Hi everyone, welcome to the session. And today we are going to discuss a very important topic that is a Prisma access. Okay, I know techies have a lot of confusion about this particular solutions. They always have concern. How should we approach to understand this solution? That is SASE solutions. We keep talking about the SASE solution. We're talking about the Zscaler. We're talking about the Prisma Access. We're talking about the net spoke. We're talking about any kind of the Carto solution, Versa SD-WAN or Versa SASE. Means a lot of kind of the flavors available in market, but we always confuse, right? And having concern, right? What is the right path to start our journey in the SASE domain? So I'll make everything simplified, and I will try my best to add more key things, which is going to help to understand these technologies. Additionally, also I'll try to put some insights how these technologies is going to change or transform your digital landscapes, and currently how it is serving and which kind of customer are leveraging this kind of technologies. Right. So once again, welcome to this session, and I would like to welcome you all in the GuiNet Technologies and welcome you all techie. And this is another deep dive session by GuiNet Technologies. And today we are tackling a game changer technology where world are changing very fast in networking and security domain. And we'll try to introduce the Prisma Access. Okay. So as you see here, Prisma Access, we are going to focus more about the Prisma Access, which is by Palo Alto Networks. So first thing, Prisma Access is a product that has been launched by the Palo Alto. So it's a part of the SASE family. What is SASE? I'll discuss about that later stage. Means what is SASE? But for time being, you just understand SASE is a secure access service edge, right? So secure access service edge, right? So sometime we are going to also find SSE, right? Secure service edge. So we'll discuss what is the SSE, what is the SASE, and how this Prisma Access is going to leverage the SASE concept to just keep the holistic solutions, right? So let's talk about networks, right? So network, in an age where security we have, right? And that could be the perimeter security. We have the cloud security. We have the web security, access layer of security. Also, we have the performance related, like top-notch performance is going to require. So how this all is possible means while running my network, I want to maintain the security in every kind of transitions. Whatever I'm doing that, I need a security, and that should be top notch security. So this is only possible, this kind of security is only possible by using or leveraging the latest technology, and that is SASE solution. I can use any of the vendor solutions because most of the vendors have the similar approach, or I can say almost have the similar approach, only the way of working is going to be changed. So that's why Prisma Access is a leader in the market. Zscaler also leader in the market. Native also leader in the market. So you might be talking about why three vendor leader in the market. It should be one only. Yes, absolutely you're right. So what is happening in a Gartner Magic? Gartner is a research like organization. You can think about that. So they have a lot of vendor, more than 15 vendor, 20 vendor, 30 vendors. Out of those vendors, they are going to figure out who are the actual leader in the markets, and based on that, they put in the leader category, right? So that's why Prisma Access one of them, and that is going to lead to the market in terms of the SASE solution. And Zscaler also there, and the Network also there. So multiple vendor could be there, and they are basically the way they are delivering the cloud security, network security, and they are going to provide the scalable, secure, and optimized infrastructure for the workforce. That is really awesome. So let's unlock the power of the Prisma Access and understand how it is going to change your game. All right. So as you see here, we have such kind of the network topology. Might be you have already know about this. How basically user is going to interact with any application, how user is going to interact with any another user, how user is going to interact with the any public based application, private based application, I mean data center based applications, how any user sitting in the office going to access any my internal resource, If the same user want to talk with the remote user, might be working from the home, then how the accessibility is going to happen, how the security is going to meet. And same time, if we want to access the public cloud, private cloud, then how it is going to be happen. So these are the key challenge, right? And it's not like new, we are doing today only. We are doing since many years, right? Same kind of concept, like people are working from home, people are working from office, people are working in the hybrid culture, workforce in the data center, workforce in the clouds, means hybrid infrastructures. We have the SaaS based application, we have the public based cloud application, private based cloud application. So what is the game changer SaaS is going to do here? This is the key thing we try to explore here. So if I talk about the normal scenario, let's think about you are in the office and you have to access any of the data center based application, how the architecture is going to look like. So the architecture is going to be look like, let's suppose you're in the office and your data center base, just forget about this cloud, okay? You have to build some sort of the like communication via the ISP. This could be the MPLS ISP, or might be you have the another vendor, that is the internet. So based on that, you have to make the communication with your data center. So MPLS circuit is going to be there, internet circuit is going to be there, might be MPLS, might be MPLS, internet. So you have to run the MPLS here, you have to run the internet here, and over the internet, you have to make sure you have to maintain the security, integrity, confidentiality. So you just have to run the IPsec as well. So by doing this all, you can make the connectivity to your data centers, but still you require a lot of network configuration. MPLS circuit cost is going to be very high, right? And you require the skill engineer to manage those kind of the circuits as well. That's good. There is no problem at all, right? But what is happening till the I'm office, it's a very straightforward network. But now the problem start happening post pandemic, post COVID. The way of work has been completely changed. Means workforce was earlier going to office to work for any kind of the like day-to-day work, but now due to the work from home culture post pandemic, they start working from the anywhere, means literally anywhere. Means I'm in the airport, I'm in my native place, I'm in my destination, hill station destination. Still I need to access my data center application because I'm working from the anywhere, working from the home, working from the office. Means I should need such kind of technology where I can sit any place, just need internet, right? Just internet required. No MPLS, no kind of the IP sector, nothing is going to required. Still I need to access my applications. So in this scenario, still we have the solutions. It's not like we don't have the solutions. We have the solution. We have the VPN solution. Might be you have learned about that. We have the Cisco AnyConnect VPN. We have the Global Protect VPN. We have the 40 client VPN. We have the AnyConnect VPN. Means a lot of VPN solution are there. SSL VPN. You just have to take the box, VPN box on your data centers or might be the hub location. User machine required one of the small software that need to be installed, or might be the web browser also they can connect. So they can create the SSL tunnel or IPsec tunnel directly from the PC software or might be PC browser to these kind of the devices. And then after they are going to provide the internal access of your network. Still there is fine, there is no problem. But here means you need the additional box, right? Additional box required. So this is going to add one more cost. Okay. And to manage this box, you require another engineer, right? Who going to manage this kind of the things, VPN connections. So MPLS was cost is going to required. Internet IPsec connection is going to required for work from home user. You just require the VPN, that is also going to add a cost. So you see, like we have the diversify solutions. For those diversify solutions, we have the diversify like kind of the skill set is going to be required, and that is going to add a cost. So still this is the fine, no problem. But what is the problem actually started happening when post pandemic was happened. So remote user was connecting to data center, branches are connecting to data center. But what happened? We come with the concept with the private cloud and public cloud, right? When these concepts come in a picture, and third is the SaaS based application. SaaS application. So SaaS application is like Office 365. We have the any kind of the Dropbox applications, we have any kind of Salesforce application. So these applications are basically going to be hosted anywhere across the globe, and you need a accessibility. So now this user need to connect the private cloud-based applications. Might be you having not your data center, you're hosting some data center with third-party company. Also, you're hosting some application in the public cloud, also required that kind of the connectivity. Also required kind of the SaaS application that also required that sort of the connectivity. Branches also required a similar kind of connectivity. Means if I am in the home, right? Let's suppose I have the data center also. So this is going to require here, everywhere. And this is also going to require this connectivity, this connectivity, this connectivity, and this connectivity. Just giving the example, 4-type connectivity, but it could be the multiple type of connectivity. Third party, Azure, AWS, right? We have the CASB solutions, we have the proxy solutions. So a lot of type of connectivity is there. So if I start building that much, so you do think if this user start building the VPN tunnel, so again required VPN tunnel with the private clouds, again required VPN with the your public cloud, again required some sort of the connectivity with your SaaS like devices or SaaS applications. These branches also required to build a tunnel, MPLS, internet, build the different cloud providers. So this is like going to add a lot of complexity, a lot of cost. We can do that, but this network is not as scalable because you have to build a lot of tunnels, a lot of peerings, a lot of configuration, a lot of management. So that's why, due to digital transformations, due to requirement of the way of work culture, we cannot sustain with our legacy solutions. Means if I just try to sustain with my data center, remote user VPN, where they are going to make the connection MPLS internet, that is not possible. So how this is going to be overcome? How this is going to be overcome, and what is the solutions we have? By leveraging those solutions, we can just make sure everything is going to possible, and it should be very simplified and the like simple solution where SASE come in a picture. Okay. So SASE is something, SASE is not like any technology. It's a framework, like, OSI model, right? TCP/IP model. So OSI is a reference. Based on the OSI model, TCP/IP model was developed. And based on this TCP/IP model, your every PC to PC, any device-device communication is going to happen. Similarly, here in the SASE solution, Secure Access Services, we have like some sort of the blueprint. By referring those blueprint, different vendor, likewise a Prisma Access, we have the Zscaler, we have the NetSpoke, right? We have the Cartro, other vendor also we have, like they develop their own products, and based on that product, they are going to give the latest trending kind of technology, and that is known as SASE solutions, right? So let me quickly give an idea, so at least you understand what is SASE. So if you see, SASE is a secure access services, is a cloud native architecture, and that is the framework that has been introduced by the Gartner in 2029. It combines your network security functions, also not only network security function for the WAN, like LAN, WAN, or any out of the WAN, let's suppose your cloud infrastructure, if we're talking about, into unified solution, like cloud delivered service models. So network security functions are going to be stretched from your user machine to any end of the applications. Means till there, means let's suppose you are here and you want to go here, and this is your application. And in between, a lot of paths are there, a lot of people are there, means a lot of clouds are there, a lot of vendors are there. Still, this is going to make sure maintain the security till the time you are accessing the application. And these all integrity, confidentiality, everything is going to maintain. So that's why they are talking about a cloud native architecture framework introduced by the Gartner in 2029. It's combined the network security function. It's combined the wide network capabilities into unified cloud delivered service model. SASE offer a flexible way for organizations secure remote access. Secure remote access means you are working from the anywhere, right? Manage traffic efficiently. This is the most challenging, right? I explained. If I don't have such kind of the manageability, my network is going to be very complex. My management is going to be very like complex. Scalability is going to be low. So simplify is not possible. So by leveraging this SASE solution, your security is going to be intact. Your efficiency of network traffic is going to be increased. Your simplify security and networking infrastructure are going to be like very good. So let's break down these all things, Prisma Access SASE. What are the key components we have, and what are the different things we have to understand about the Prisma Access SASE. So SASE is like single word, but it's going to combine multiple component. Okay. So what are the multiple component in the SASE we have? So basically SASE work on the GTNA principle. This is the first thing. GTNA. What is GTNA? This is known as the Zero Trust Network Access. So might be you having like question, what is Zero Trust Network Access? And we also call Zero Trust Exchange. Zero Trust Exchange. In Zscaler, we call Zero Trust Exchange. Or you might be heard about Zero Trust Principle, right? So these all are going to be same meaning. Means nothing is going to be changed here. So if I talk about Zero Trust, so Zero Trust means, let's suppose, let me give you an example. So you can understand very easily. Let's suppose this is your data center. It's a very normal example. And we have the one of the server segment here. Just think about this is my server S. This is my server 2. This is my server 3. And this is my server 4. These are all connected with the switch. Just think about it. This server have 10.10.10.3. This have 10.10.10.2. This have 10.10.10.1. This have 10.10.10.4 /24 IP. Okay, so very simple examples. You can understand what does mean zero trust. So now you don't have the SASE solution here, right? We are not talking about SASE solution. It's a flat network. Flat network means we have normal MPLS IPsec connections. So you think how it is going to be look like. So you might be have the ISP here. Just think this is the MPLS circuit is here. You connected here and you connected here. This is your LAN, right? These are the users. This is the PCA. This is the PCB. And this is the PCC. And this might be IP address 192.168.10.10. This is 11. This is 12. So what kind of the access? Let's suppose he want to access this server, right? Or this server might be have the multiple application. He hosted the SAP application. The same server hosted the DNS applications. The same server hosted the AD application. The same IP. It is possible. One server can have the multiple accessibility of the applications as well. So, or might be these are a Citrix server. This might be a Citrix server. This might be my another ADP server, right? This is my other test server. So when I have to make them like reachable, I need to work on the routing part. After working on the routing part, I have to make sure they are able to exchange the routing over the WAN. Might be the MPLS BGP, or might be I have to run the IPsec, but still they require the connectivity. Once they have connectivity, this user might be able to ping this, or might we have the whole subnet access. So this user need the SAP access, but I don't have some sort of the control unless I have very specific firewall rules. I have very specific some kind of the filtering available in data center, my branch location. I can give the whole network access. Means this user can access the whole network. Means whole subnet, whole IP. Even I can give the one IP access that, but this IP have the three application. All three application is going to be accessible. So in this case, we call the flat network. Means when you give the access to any user, that is going to give the whole network, whole subnet, whole IP access. And if the IP is hosting multiple applications, all by default application is going to be accessible by this PC without any restrictions. That's the old or traditional way of accessing any application. Still, we are doing. I know you guys are doing in your infrastructure. Still similar /29 slash like 28 slash 24 subnet advertising in your MPLS network, and you are giving the access. But if you talk about the zero trust (ZTNA), you can limit this. Means even the user, whatever the user, I don't know what is the IP. I don't know what is like destination they want to access. I define the role, applications, ports, many other flavors. And first he have to prove his identity. If his identity is going to be proof, then only he is going to access any of the applications. If his identity is not going to be proof, he is not going to access any applications. Means first he have to prove I am the right person. If I am the right person, then he is going to get the right application access. Only those applications which is actually mapped with his role. It's not like whole subnet is going to be accessible, whole IP is going to be accessible, not like that. So this is the zero trust model. Means if I talk about the zero trust model is just going to give you the flavor. Here you can see like it is going to emphasize the zero trust model where trust is never implied and strict verification is required before granting any access. But it's not like you go and easily can find the any accessibility, right? Just think in this way, you are joining any of the company. So HR know that, right? You are the right person who holding the offer letter. But still they will ask your all credentials. Means they are going to ask your certificate, experience letter, they are going to ask their PAN card, Aadhaar card, passport, and they will do the complete verification. They are not going to trust you. They are not going to just trust on your words. They will do their third party research on you. They will do verification. If everything is going to happy, then only they are going to give the final confirmation of the employment. That's the zero trust model. So similar is going to happen in the SASE element. All right. So I hope you guys understand what is zero trust. Now we have some kind of the concept like software defined networking, right? That is not mentioned here, but in zero trust model, we have also multiple key components. Let me just keep some kind of SASE first, so you guys can at least understand how this is going to be look like. Just give me 1 minute. Let me see if I can add some values here with the SASE platform. I don't know where it is, PPT. Let me find it. Just give me 1 minute, guys. So I have one more PPT. So here you can see that SASE one, right? So secure access services. And that was again the same 2019 Gartner was like that. And they are talking about that. So SASE is just going to make sure everything from where you are coming, branch, mobile site, IoT, mobile devices, large offices, they're going to protect. And we have the different vendors as well, right? But SASE is not a single component, right? We have the multiple component in SASE. And if I talk about the multiple component, GTN is one thing. Let me show you first thing. So you are going to find multiple components. Here is the key things. So what are the key component of the SASE? This is for the Versa, but same is going to be happen for the Prisma as well. And the other vendor, Netspoke or Zscaler, whatever thing about. ZTNA, Zero Trust Network Access, CASB solution, next generation firewall as a service, routing definitely is going to be there. SD-WAN is going to be there, secure web gateway. So these are the 5 component. You can just think about that. GTNA, CASB, firewall feature, firewall as a services, SD-WAN and secure web gateway. If I'm going to put all together, GTNA plus SWZ plus CASB plus NGFW plus SD-WAN. These all are going to combine together and this is going to make your SASE solution, right? So we have to understand step by step each and everything. What is GTNA? How GTNA is going to work? What is secure web gateway? What is the CASB? What is the next generation firewall? That's why I keep saying, always keep saying, firewall is a very key important thing, guys. Without firewall knowledge, right? If you're thinking to become the SASE engineer, it's an incomplete dream. You must have to learn the Palo Alto firewall. You have to learn about the FortiGate firewall. You have to learn about the Cisco firewall. You have to learn about the checkpoint firewall. Any firewall you have to learn, but at least you learn those firewalls. It's a mandatory process, like because firewall is going to give very good insights, and the same thing they are going to use for the different kind of the flavors. So before I go and explain this PPT and all, because it's a very detailed PPT I have something to show you about the course content of the SASE, which has been delivered by the or designed by the Palo Alto Networks. Let me show you quickly, then we'll discuss these topic in very detail step by step because we have a lot of time. So if I go here, let me show you. So this is the Prisma Access managed by the Strata Cloud Manager Digital Learning. So this is official course content of the SASE. And you can see here, they have the total 13 topics, and they are talking about Prisma Access is the cloud delivered unified network security product that protect hybrid workforce. That's the most important with common policy framework. So what is a common policy? How the policy is going to be driven, how the different component is going to look like. I'll explain how the tunnel is going to build from the, what is the SEC, and how the SASE data center has been designed for different location, how end user is going to connect with the SASE platform, then SASE is going to do inspection, then how it is going to reback to the again data center, might be the private or public clouds. So it's a product that provides the security as part of the Palo Alto Network Prisma Access SASE. And you have to learn these all things. First, you have to understand what is a SASE, what is a Prisma SASE. This is the first thing you have to understand. We'll cover step by step each and everything. Then Prisma terminologies. This is the most important thing, guys. What are the terminologies we have in Prisma? Because we have to understand different things, which I'm going to just give an idea. Later I'll discuss about that. We have the SPN, right? That is known as security processing node. We have the CAN, right? We have to corporate network access. We have the MU-SPN, right? That is the mobile user security processing node. We have the RN-SPN, right? That is known as remote network security processing node. And we have the SC-CAN. So similar, that is the service connection security processing node. So we have to learn these all things, and we have to understand how these nodes are going to be configured, how they're going to build IPsec tunnel between the any branch, any end users, any peering with the corporate sites like that. So terminologies we have to go and understand. Also, we try to understand how Prisma Access can be licensed. It's via the Global Protect, via the Strata Cloud Manager. We have the various way and how the licensing process is going to happen, how the service infrastructure is going to look like, how the service connection is going to look like I mentioned, security processing node and service connection, SC-CAN, which we discussed, right? So that is going to be look like. Remote network, we'll discuss how remote network is going to be look like. And also we'll discuss about the mobile user and the global protect. This is the most thing. So I keep saying, and we keep doing this kind of discussion, global protect in the Palo Alto firewalls, right? So global protect is still going to play a very vital role here. Without global protect, you cannot integrate your remote users. So they are going to use the same concept of global protect, and they are just bring down in the SASE framework where you can just integrate any of the users which are coming from the remotely. We'll discuss what that means, explicit proxy, how it is going to happen, how it is going to be configured. Security policy and profile, we'll see how it is going to be created and let describe on the Prisma Access. ZTNA connector, will discuss about that. Traffic string, how it is going to happen. SaaS security, web security, and monitoring. So these are total, like you can see 13, 14 topics are there. And based on these 13, 14 topics, if you're just going to complete your all learning or journey about this Prisma Access, at least you able to become the next generation SASE engineer. And these are the high demand skills. Trust me, right now, SASE is the top of the market. None of the technology in the network security available on top of the SASE. So if you have the SASE knowledge, you are the top 1% engineer in the market. So you are going to get always high pay job, and you are going to get better career opportunity. So who is the right person, and what kind of the objective we are going to get from these particular trainings? So basically, you can see it's a fundamental component to advance the strategy of the security configuration of the Prisma Access. It is going to be cover feature, the skills, need, select, and how to manage and configure this entire SASE framework. And if you are the network security architect, architect, you are the network administrator, engineer, network security service delivery partner, system integrator, network security professionals, right? Sales engineer, hybrid workforce, network security team members. You guys are right, like audience to learn these kind of things. Or even you are the like CCNA, CCNP certified learning Palo Alto, and you want to go for next generation, you can just go and learn this and you can become the like SASE engineer as well. And prerequisite you can see here, you should have like some sort of the firewall knowledge, you should have some sort of the networking knowledge. This is my recommendation, personal recommendation. Then you can just go and become the SASE engineer. So this is a course highlight, just I give you. So at least you know how the official, because people are here in the market, they just design the course, they put some information based on their research, their analysis. But what I want to show you, I can do the same thing, but I always try to follow the official guidelines. So at least you should be aligned with the vendors. It's not like if you're going in the interview and you know each and everything, but they ask what is the exclusive proxy, you don't have the answer. If it is going to ask what is the SaaS security, then you don't have the answer. So it's not like that. So my always goal is to give the right direction, right flavor of the trainings. So at least you guys have should like right visions on it. Okay, so this is the bit about this particular SASE syllabus. Let me talk a little bit about the ebooks. So these are the ebooks, right? If you want to learn about the like the story novels, if you're learning novels and a story, and you want to learn these ebooks, right? How this is going to be actually transformation happen for the SASE, and step by step like use cases, multiple use cases are given in this particular book. So this book is not going to give you like how the configuration is going to look like. This book is not going to how the step by step lab guide is going to look like. No, this book is going to give you the kind of the story. And if you're going to learn this story, it is going to give a clear directions how things is working in the corporate world in the SASE solution. So as I'm showing this book, The Evolution of the Networking, that is SASE. And this is not written by me, that is not my book, okay? And this credit goes to totally to whom? This is the writer of the book, Willie Brand, right? Brand, right? Willie Brand. So you can just give the credit because Lawrence Miller, I believe. So this is a Palo Network partner, or might be the ebook writers, whatever they are, but it's a very nice book. If you want to learn, you just go and learn step by step, like each and everything about the SASE solution. So I'm not going to read entire book, but I'm just showing you at least how you can use this book to just understand about the DIA circuit connection, MPLS connection, the same thing, ATM network. So they have even the history, how earlier network was going to look like, and then how gradually they transform it and transform in the SASE. What were the challenges, loss, visibility, control, lack of see. So the bullet points are already the lack of the integration of the interoperability, IDS, IPS, simplified management, firewall services. So the same thing I was security, GTNA, cloud secure web gateway, right? We have the CASB, we have the firewall service. So everything what I just SD-WAN solutions. So whatever I just discuss, even how it is going to lower down your capital cost, full visibility and the full control. So if you're going to read step by step, right? And you just understand the different use cases, which I just explained, traditional way how the application was accessible was happening, where flat network was there, and then when you're just going to give the access based on the application, based on the user, then how it is going to happen, split tunneling concept, what is that? So you are going to get detailed overview. All right, so I hope you guys are going to refer this ebook and it is going to help you a lot, right? Let's move to the topic again. Now, I discussed we have the multiple flavors and cloud native architectures. We have the CASB solutions. We have the GTNA solutions. We have some kind of the another solution, that is the SD-WAN solution. So first, let me just write it here one by one. So GTNA, we discuss. Now the second component for the WAN is SD-WAN. So GTNA is one of the concept, right? Again, a concept, but this GTNA is not possible if you're not going to use the SD-WAN. If you're not going to use the secure web gateway, if you're not going to use as a firewall as a service. If you're not going to use, like you have the CASB. So these four are going to give a flavor where SD-WAN is going to make sure whatever the WAN transition is happening in your network, that all WAN transition is going to be secure, and that is responsibility of the SD-WAN solution. And that also be going to give a lot of flexibility, lot of kind of the security features. Means anything going out or in through your network over the WAN should be flexible, should be optimized, should be scalable, should be like multi like uh, like multi policy based routing. You can do that. Multi application based routing. You can do that. So these are all possible. Secure web gateway is something you are going on the internet. So how my proxy should be look like, how my cloud proxy is going to be look like, then it is going to just define your all kind of the like policy configuration, which is going through your any internal network to external network, or might be it is going from the external to any third party vendor connectivity through your infrastructure. So that is also going to give secure web gateway. And that how secure web gateway is going to define, we'll discuss about that. Firewall is a service. Again, you see firewall is a service, simple. What the firewall layer 3, layer 4, layer 7 inspection, you want to do that. That is still possible, right? And based on that firewall is services, you can just control your all applications, which is going to be back and forth through your all kind of the transition for the billions or millions of the whatever the network is going to do that. So that's the firewall as a service. So we understand about briefly SD-WAN, secure web gateway. This is for the your any kind of the web communication. This is kind of the any internet or internal communication, but you want to limit your kind of the any connections policy, that is also possible. But what is a CASB? So CASB is known as the Cloud Access Security Broker. Cloud Access Security Process. Let me write here. Cloud Access Security Broker. So what is a CASB? So CASB is basically designed for the SaaS application. And what is SaaS application? Like O365. You just have to take a subscriptions, and you have to access the services. Like you have to box.com. You have like Drive, right? You have any kind of the workday applications. So these are SaaS-based applications. So you have to take the subscription, but if you're accessing the SaaS-based application, also you have to make sure whatever data I'm storing or exchanging through that particular service provider, that should be secure. So CASB is like cloud-based security brokers. They make sure data which in rest, means the data you just saved on this particular platform, or even they are in the motion. Motion means when you are going to access the data. So data in rest, data in motions, in both of the scenario, they are going to make sure the data is secure, data is not tampered, data is not corrupted, and whatever data you are accessing, that is the legitimate data. It's not by the like malfunction or manipulated by anyone. So that's the CASB solution having the special requirement when we have the SaaS application like accessibility. If no SaaS application, you can ignore it. So SD-WAN just for the WAN security, secure web gateway for any internet base means public destination accessibility. Firewall is still public, private, both it can be used for restrictions. And then it is going to be make your all kind of connectivity. So I hope you guys understand about at least few things about the SASE solution. Now, if I talk about, you can see here consolidated service like SASE is going to be such as the firewall, secure web gateway, CASB, and the SD-WAN capability. The same thing I explained. Access, identity driven access, that is again such as the device location application based on policy, how it is going to happen. We'll discuss later. ZTNA we discuss, and we have the different POPs like global edge presence. Means these are the frameworks like so elements we are talking about. So elements have a lot of things, but in Prisma Access, we have the multiple things which you have to understand as well. So I'm just going to explain how this is going to be look like. So let me just go a little bit down. So you can see like we have the mobile users, they have the firewall. We have the CASB. These are the main thing. SSE is the secure service edge. SSE is secure service edge. And these SSE have the two type of network. So see. So total we have the five component in SASE. Five component. One is the CASB, GTNA, secure web gateway, and firewall service. And this is the SD-WAN. So SASE is going to combine both, right? SASE. But if I talk about the SSE, it's just combination of the firewall as a service, secure web gateway, CASB, and GTNA. This is going to control your policy based on the rule, based on the users, whatever you're going to define. Secure gateway is going to control your internet connectivity. Firewall services is going to more about the internet, and CASB is for SaaS applications. SD-WAN is for the WAN routings and everything. And internet global network, so you can just ignore for time being, just for normal connectivity for any internet. So these are the SASE component. Has been again SSE if someone is going to ask. So pure security here we have to discuss, and SD-WAN is just for the WAN connectivity. Okay, so I believe you guys understand. I'm not going to discuss this one. So here again you can see we have the internet SASE and the GTNA, we have the firewall service and SD-WAN. But what are the things? So let's little bit do the deeper dive. Secure web gateway means keep talking about the SWG, right? So what is a secure web gateway and how it is going to do that? So secure web gateway is like something advanced URL filtering, you want to do that, DLP, you want to do that. That's again secure web gateway is DLP, SaaS application filtering. You have the any policy enforcement you want to do, any compliance you want to do that. That is also possible. And if I go a little bit down, we'll discuss that GTN, you can see network access, like list privilege access is going to check. Continuous trust verification is going to be happen. Continuous security is going to be happen. Protect all data, secure all ports. So you can see step by step, each component have their own functionality. So if I want to talk about the explicit proxy, then how it is going to happen. So you can see pack file is going to be redirected to the web proxy server, then it is going to internet, and client is going to take any kind of the bypasses. If we have, then we have to go with the bypass. So I'll discuss how it is going to look like and what is the step-by-step process for this one also. But I'm just giving the idea, at least you should know about that. List privilege, if you want to learn what is list privilege, we'll discuss later this stage. Firewall services, you can see how firewall services is going to look like. So whatever in upper section we have discussed, we have the detailed discussion here, but I'm not going to discuss this all. I want to show something which is like they have discussing about some traditional design, how MPLS internet was going down and mobile user connectivity. But the most important, guys, you have to understand in today's session about the architecture. Okay. So you see here, right, how this is going to look like. So we have the Prisma Access component, right? So when we design the Prisma Access, we have to focus about few things, like we should know what is the corporate access node, that is SCCAN, and how this is going to communicate about the more security processing nodes and how it is going to provision. Also, how remote network security processing node is going to look like and how the architecture is going to look like. So let me give an idea. So you see, this is the Prisma Access architecture. So we are in slide 27. Let me move the upper slide. So in Prisma Access, let me go in the first slide. Prisma Access, just think about that. Prisma Access is like some sort of the data center. So you are going to be stay anywhere of the globe. And every corner of globe, they have their data centers. Means India, US, Dubai, UK, everywhere. So you have to come with the any ISP. Let's suppose this is the internet. Here you connect to the internet. And you are here. So you have to come with the any kind of the ISP circuit and you have to land to the internet. And let's suppose you want to come from the USA and you want to talk to this remote user in the India. So in between, we have the Prisma Access. Prisma Access or DC. You just think about that. It's a big DC, right? Like your ISP providers, MPLS, and internet provider. So once your connection is going to land, they are going to intercept your connections and they are going to do your all GTNA process. They are going to check your all secure web gateway. They are going to check all your WAN routings, right? They are going to check all your firewall as a service, DLP, CASB. And based on that, whatever policy is going to be required, they connect you two together via this particular data center. And throughout the all transition is happening between you and your colleague. They are going to be inspected, monitored, and the log is going to be captured. So this is how it is going to happen. So the middleman, right? Same concept is by Netspoke. Same concept is used by the Zscaler. So if you are going to understand either of the concept, you are going to understand all of the concept. Only the way of the configuration is going to be changed. Nothing more than that. Okay. So here, what is going to happen in this scenario? My traffic is coming from the remote user. Means I'm going to remove any remote user my data center. They have the end-to-end tunnels, and these are the IPsec tunnel. And those tunnel, when going to process with the Prisma Access data centers, we have there the processing nodes. They have some high kind of the DLP, wildfire, firewall services, secure web gateway, CASB solution. They are going to inspect each bit and byte, and then they are going to enforce the policy. Okay, so I hope you understand at least till high level here. Now, if you talk about the same thing here, remote branch and everything is going to be connected with the, this is a Prisma Access, this is a data center or might be the multiple node. So let me go on slide 27 again. So here you can see, we have the multiple nodes, right? So how many? Might be my user is working from home. So this is one type user. I'm working from the branch office. I'm working from the branch office. I'm working from the internet, untrusted. I'm working from the data center. I'm working from the Cortex, some data I'm just using for monitoring out. So we have the different connections coming from different source. And these connection has been classified in a different name in the Prisma Access. So let's suppose this is the mobile user and it is landing to the any nearby. Let's suppose he is in India, right? And he's landing to the over the this is the ISP circuit. So via the ISP, he is landing to the nearby data center of the Prisma Access. So though data center is known as the MUSPN. What is MUSPN? Means MUSPN, they have dedicated infrastructure where mobile user is going to land to just build the IPsec tunnel. So that means if I am sitting in somewhere, any country, in that country, I must have MUSPN node in the Prisma Access data center. So that if I'm coming from there, I can build directly from my client machine by using the Global Protect GP IPsec tunnel, and then I can land it here. So that's why MUSPN, Mobile User Security Processing Node. Then this MSPN is responsible further to connect different data planes, means of the Prisma data center. Let's suppose if you have to talk to another mobile users, right? Just think about this way. So let's suppose this is another user sitting in here, and this is, let's suppose, XYZ user, and he want to talk ABC. So he will land to MSPN. MSPN is further going to connect another MSPN to make sure they have the connectivity via this IP sector internally. So they are going to talk this way. So MSPN, MUS, SPN, MUSPN is going to make the interconnectivity to each other, right? Another way, let's suppose I am in the branch user location. I want to connect to any mobile user. So mobile user first land to the MSPN, then they come with the RSPN. So RSPN is your remote network security processing node. That is your RSPN. So MSPN, RSPN is, we'll discuss what is the, how architecture is going to look like, but I'm giving the idea, at least you understand the component, then it is going to make a connectivity. Similarly, if branch to branch, again, RSPN to RSPN connectivity is going to be happen. If I have any kind of the connectivity with my data center, then data center connection are known as the SCCAN connections. SCCAN means Service Connection Security Processing Node. This is your SCCAN processing, right? So these are going to make the connectivity your data center network. Similarly, if I have the any corporate connections, right? So we have the direct corporate access. So we can known as the corporate access node, right? Based on that, we can just connect the corporate and all. So you see, we have the MSPN, YMSPN, that's mobile user. RSPN, we know that that is my remote branch location connectivity. SPN, security processing node, we know that. So these things you have should know, and this is going to be look like. So let us say I'll show you how it is going to be configured, how it is going to look like. But this is you should know about that, right? So you can see here we have the one branch want to communicate to data center, so definitely it is going to land first. It's RSPN, and then via the RSPN, they are going to build IP sector to data center, and then your all the application ID policy security means remote network service connection is going to be terminated, and over the IPsec, they all inspection is going to happen. Then they are going to do the communication. And if you see here, right, we just have the similar kind of the connectivity I can draw for the other branch location also. So what I'll do, because I don't want to make lecture too long today, because this is just introduction. So now I discuss about at least basic idea about this particular component. Now what we can do that, we have to plan one by one lecture for the each and every topic, right? So let's suppose in next lecture, what I'm going to discuss, because it's more about the theoretical guys. First, we have to understand entire concept. So now we understand at least SASE, we understand the problem, we understand the solutions, we understand what is a Prisma Access, what is a different vendor, what is SASE, what is SSC, and what are the key components we have, and how this key component is going to work together. And we also understand what is the key name of the SASE available in the Prisma Access. So what the next thing we have to understand? So next thing we have to understand about each component means we have to, because these are the part of the course content, we have to understand in detail what is a secure web gateway and how it is going to work. What are the key things we have to learn in the secure web gateway? We have to learn the explicit proxy. We have to learn about the zero trust network access. In very detail I'm talking. We have to learn about the firewall services. We have to learn about the cloud access security broker access. So these 5 things we have to learn together to just make sure we have the full knowledge. So let's start. I'm not going to start, but I'm just showing you. Let's suppose I want to start a secure web gateway. So you see here, secure web gateway. If I go here, so we just have to learn a lot of things. Secure gateway functions we have to discuss. We have to discuss about the SAS, DLP, other things. We have to discuss about the explicit proxy and everything. So one by one, we have to discuss each and everything. Then we are going to get entire knowledge. Then we go and do some testing, lab environment and everything in little stage. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, right? And you have some kind of sort of knowledge now about this particular SASE solutions. And if you have anything to like give as suggestions, like you want to learn specific things in SASE, if you have any questions, just put a comment right in a comment box, or you can just reach out with the support numbers. Just go on website and just reach out to here and just drop message. You can write email to us as well. So we'll definitely note your email, and we'll try to give as possible as answers whatever available, or might be we'll set up another webinar where we'll discuss about these all things. So I wish you all the best, guys, and happy learning. See you again in the next class where we'll discuss the secure web gateway in very detail. Thank you. Bye-bye.